Hello, everybody. Welcome to Disabilities Redefined with Dr. Wagner. I am Dr. Truett Wagner, and as always, I am very happy you are here. On this episode, you're going to meet a dynamic young woman, Karen Gasperini. She's done it all, from modeling to advocacy, but what she's best known for, well, her children's books. And that's where we begin this great interview. Everyone meet this beautiful young woman, Karen Gasperini.
Ariana's Magic Boots is my daughter Arianna. It was more of a deja vu for me because I too had trouble at physical therapy when I wore leg braces. Fortunately, my daughter had to get to wear more fancy leg braces, so they weren't as hideous as the ones I had. I had to wear the ones Forrest Gump wore, and I didn't like them. They were all metal and they clanked and they were loud and uncomfortable. So, as my daughter Ariana was in physical therapy and she didn't want to go, she didn't want to do it, she didn't understand because she was only 5. It was my main aha factor. Like, I can't see history repeat itself. So, I came up with these stories for Ariana to get through physical therapy in a fun way. And I told her that her leg braces are not anything bad, they can be magical. And we took different adventures, and the rest of the kids in physical therapy joined along. The doctor's office is nothing to be scared of. It can be fun, it can be adventurous. It just, you have to use a little imagination and some magic words that we came up with was away we go after Ariana stomps 3 times, and then the any atmosphere or environment you was in would turn into something magical.
What was that like for you growing up in a family with a lot of siblings?
Your family members and your siblings especially make you feel like there's no difference. So that was a huge thing for me, especially with my mom not treating me any different from my siblings. If they had chores, I had chores. If I got in trouble, I got punished just like everybody else. So that I feel like made me as strong as I am now.
Has religion been a very big and positive part of your life?
During my surgeries and things like that, my faith is what kept me from being too nervous or too emotional or too scared to go ahead, because I've had about 6 surgeries. So, and they were surgeries that were spine surgeries and things like that of nature. And they took about 10 to 12 hours to do. So, I feel like with my faith is what kept me strong and confident and not to overthink the process. Beals syndrome is actually just like a shorter abbreviation of what it really is called. It's called congenital contractural arachnodactyl. That's a mouthful for you. But it goes by Beals syndrome, which is a dominant inherited like connective tissue disorder. So it's more of a physical disability than mental. It's where you're a mutation of your I believe it's the FBN2 gene on the chromosome level of 5G23 is mutated. So, but it's definitely a trait that's in your bloodline, and it's dormant and can become active. It just depends on the family.
How important do you think it is for people to share their story?
So I think it's very, very important. I know for me growing up, I didn't have anyone to look to for that support that had my condition, because in the community I grew up in, no one had my disability. My disability is very rare. So there is actually not that many people on this side of the East Coast that have it beside me and my daughter. Um, and also, me being biracial was hard too. So that was difficult. I was actually blessed in another nature. Mariah Carey came on the scene, and she is also as biracial, just like me. So that helped me. So I feel like there are a lot of other aspects that someone sharing their story could also help someone else. That's the whole point of my books, my series, is not just for the disabled community to have someone they see in a book, but it's also for non-disabled children to understand someone with a disability and be able to see that the ones that are afraid to approach us or just stand and point at us, they will know that we're just like everyone else. Just we have fears, we have challenges, we have goals, and that's why I make these books as well.